is, running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them pictures, my nigga. Ripping that raw and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas will never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
How the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen another nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bulletz Gotti. You know, before we start this video, I want y'all to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and smash the like button. It's your boy Bulletz Gotti. It's the Bulletz Gotti Show. Salute. Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bulletz Gotti. This video right here is about Snowfall and how I feel about the movie, the TV show Snowfall. Now, let me be honest, right? You know, I like the show. I think it's, you know, when it first came out, it was a well-written show. But when we start comparing it, like, it's like Power. Power was a good show. Power, the first Power, was great. But then when they branched off the Power book, like Power Book 2, you know, it's not convincing enough. Like Power Book 2, it's not bad. Certain characters carry the show, but it's still not convincing enough. Power Book 3, I understand it's a throwback story of Kanan's childhood, which is understandable. It's a good story. I don't have an issue with the story, you know what I'm saying? It has like that early 90s New York. The gear is right. The costume gear is right. The soundtrack for the show, the cars, everything is right. The only thing I have a problem with this show is that I think that some of it is, it's like, come on, it's unbelievable. Like the ones where they went to war with the mob. Not saying that it didn't happen, but come on, man. Ain't no one chick gonna take no whole mob and kill a made man and think she gonna win the war. It's not believable. You know what I'm saying? That's when it comes to Hollywood, man. It's like, come on now. You know, we gotta be believable. We gotta have fiction, and then we gotta have facts. We can't have fictitious shit and not have facts. We gotta have facts. You know, so that's what I think about the whole, you know, thing. You know, fictitious shit. So, you know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's not to take nothing away from, you know, Power Book, but, you know, we have to be honest. We gotta be honest. We gotta be honest with the shit with Power. So that's even with Snowfall, and even, you know, BMF is great, but, you know, I'll give BMF his credit, right? BMF, in my opinion, even though it's a loosely based story and all of it is not facts, some of it is facts, some of it is fiction. I would say it's 50-50 fiction, 50-50 facts, right? But it goes in a storyline of Meech and his brother Terry's story, right? Now, when it goes to Snowfall is a show that, you know, Freeway Ricky Ross will tell you that, oh, it was based on my life. But if you really look at the story and you look at Snowfall, the show was actually based on 2 other drug dealers from California, not just Freeway Ricky Ross, but it's based on Waterhead Bo and Michael Harris, right? It's based on Waterhead Bo and Michael Harris, right? Basically, if you watch the show, if you watch Snowfall, right, not all the storyline is the storyline of Freeway Ricky Ross. If you watch the first season, he went to a white school out in the valley. Waterhead Bo went to a white school, and he played football and all of that. The story has a lot of Waterhead Bo's story in there, and then you have a little bit of Michael Harris sprinkled in there. Like if you look towards like the season 5 going into season 4, I would say, but mostly I would say season 4, but season 4, season 5, and even a little bit of this season, or season 4, season 5, it's a lot of Michael Harris story. When it goes to the real estate, because Michael Harris was into the real estate and the entertainment business and the movie industry, right? So it was a little bit of Michael Harris based in there, and there's a little bit of Waterhead Bo based in there. So now you got the story of Waterhead Bo and Michael Harris, right? And that's why I said a little bit of it has Freeway Ricky Ross. Don't say it doesn't. It's not like it don't. It has a little bit, but it doesn't have a lot of Rick Ross story in there. It's more of Waterhead Bo and Michael Harris story is in there. They have more of Michael Harris and Harry O and Waterhead Bo life in the show. The only parts that I say that's like when it deals with like the CIA and the Connect telling, that's basically what Freeway Ricky Ross Connect did. He had diplomatic immunity and he told on Freeway Ricky Ross, right? So if you look at the show, if you watch the show closely, right, and you just watch it and you sit there and watch it, it's a good show. Started off a good show. It makes sense. But eventually as time went by, it started to lose me. Right after John Singleton passed away, the show started to lose me during because I think John Singleton passed away the 3rd season of Snowfall, and the 4th season and the 5th and 6th was written by somebody else. But if you really look at that, I would say that 4th season and that 5th and 6th season, it went all over the place, right? Even the 5th and 6th season, it's like he's going to war with the CIA agent. He's trapped in a cage with a lion. CIA agent steals his money. He goes to war with his uncle. And it's like, it just lost me. It's like, wait a minute, what is this going on here? Like, the whole story of everything is like, yo, this is not how the story should be written. Now, don't get me wrong. It's good for entertainment, but if you're going to do the story right, and watching a lot of John Singleton work and knowing John Singleton work, he pats himself on great stories about the life of the urban environment. So if you watch Baby Boy, right, or you watch Poetic Justice, or you watch Boys in the Hood, what made those, and even, what made those things, great was that the authenticity is what made it great. And when you look at Snowfall now, it's like it lacks of authenticity because the story, like I said, is all over the place. If you got a story, right, and you got a movie, right, and even Rosewood is a good story that John Singleton did, and Shaft, right? But if you got a show, and then the guy that's like the one that really brought the authenticity and the rawness to the show is gone. Now you got a show where it's basically all over the place now. And that's why when you watch Snowfall, it's like it's all over the place. I can't get with it. Like when you take a look at The Wire, what made The Wire authentic, it dealt with the urban life in Baltimore. It had the politics, the policing, it had everything, but it dealt with Baltimore the right way. In Snowfall, you telling three men life. You know, you're telling Rick Ross, some of Rick Ross' life, but the bulk of the life story that they're talking about is Waterhead Bo and Harry O. So you're telling those three men life story, the bulk of it. The bulk of it. And even though, you know, the show is telling the bulk of their stories, and it's like a gumbo, the way the depiction of it, like you look at this last season, it's like it kind of lose me. The dude is going after the Fed. How you going after the Fed, dude? Like, you going after the Fed, you ride around, you trying to get your money. The Fed took the CIA agent takes the money, and he's going to looking for this guy so he can kill him. It lost me there. It just lost me. It's like, now the story's not believable. Now it's like, oh, okay, this is some internet. This is just some Hollywood shit where they just do whatever with the story. They just take the authenticity out of the story and just make it more Hollywoodish. So now it's more of some fake shit than it is real shit, you know. And that's why I said that Snowfall is good. It's well written, but it has a lot of flaws in it. You know, it has a lot of flaws in it. But it is what it is. It's your boy Bulletz Gotti, man. I just wanted to say that. Snowfall is a good show, but the writing just went over the top, unrealistic. Since John Singleton passed, the writing has become more unrealistic than realistic. Now it's not realistic. You know, now it's unrealistic. Now it's just, we're going to try to make it like, you know, one of these shows where this show is about a guy coming from LA, which it had like three people. It was kind of like a little bit like, it was starting to look like The Wire a little bit, because they had like 4 different characters. Teddy McDonald, they had the chick, they had the Gustavo dude, that was the wrestler, and they had Franklin. So it was like 4 different characters. The story was based on 4 different characters. Then I think by the 2nd or 3rd season, they killed the chick. I don't know what happened to the chick character. They killed her off or whatever. They didn't have that character no more. They wrote that character off, I think by the 2nd or 3rd. I think the 3rd season, they wrote that character off. So then the show just became about Gustavo, Teddy McDonald, and Franklin, but it centered more on Franklin, right? Around this 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th season, it centered around Franklin. But when you look at the 1st and the 2nd season, it was centered around Gustavo, Teddy McDonald, the chick, and Franklin. Those are like the 4 characters it was centered around. So now that you watch the show and you see it 4 to 6 seasons, it's like now it's just all over the place. You know, it's all over the place. But hey, you know, I think they gotta make it great. It's a good show. I'm not gonna take nothing away from the show. It's a very great show, but it's just a lot of bullshit with it, you know. The writing is just a little bit unrealistic when it got to the later seasons. It's kind of like Power. As soon as it got to the later seasons, it just got all over the top, and the writer's very over the top. So that's all I wanted to say. Salute. This video, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure we get in the algorithm. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and hit the notification bell. It's your boy Bulletz Gotti, Bulletz Gotti Show 2.0.